Hello there.
Hey everybody! Hope everybody's doing well. We wanted to quickly stop in and thank you so much for joining us on our first ever Crip Talk Corner back on May 4th.
We can't believe it's already been 2 weeks. We were honestly overwhelmed by the love. I mean, you guys showed up, like really showed up. Like we thought you guys wanted to show up, but you guys really showed up.
You're
Um,
there.
if,
And
if, if,
we loved hearing what you had to say and all of your input and knowledge. It was so wonderful to be able to share with you like that.
hmm. Yeah, so I know in the end like we were receiving a lot of questions and we didn't get the chance to maybe address some of them. And I know one of the people, Shanice, actually asked a very important question, and we just wanted to make sure that we give it a thought and time instead of giving this quick 2-second response, because we want our responses to be meaningful and not just like pay some lip service.
That's right. Yeah, so we thought we'd do just this short video to kind of respond to some of your questions about workplace, like accommodations and that kind of thing. And also at the end of the video, we're going to give you a teaser about Crip Talk Corner number 2 and what we're going to talk about soon
Yes,
and give you all the details about that.
yes. All right. So let me just reread Shanice's question here quickly, and
Great.
then we'll try to answer it the best we can, yeah? So, Shanice was wondering if we have any recommendation or suggestions for what employees can do to advocate for better accessibility within the workplace, especially when we are no longer working from home.
Yeah. And first of all, extremely significant question. So thanks for bringing it up because we kind of touched on it, but also it wasn't like the main theme of our talk. And so, yeah, it's just a really important question. Such small things can make such a huge difference.
Yeah.
And maybe before we go into specifics, we can talk about Michelle Obama's like recent documentary on Netflix called
Yes.
Becoming.
Yes.
Because when we were sort of brainstorming, I thought about this quote that she had said in one of her talks that was documented in the film, which is called Becoming,
Hmm.
on Netflix. And what she said was something along the lines of universities, I would extend it to lots of different places, but universities don't know that they're already, or they don't acknowledge that they're already engaging in affirmative action.
Hmm.
But what they're like, what that is like through sports scholarships
Mhm.
and other ways that they let quote unquote desirable students into their schools without maybe having the proper grades or that sort of thing. And so I thought it was like a helpful way of thinking about accommodations too, because every single employee has accommodations.
Mhm.
It's just that some are normalized
Mhm.
and some are um, just like part of the job.
Mhm.
And then others, which are more associated with disability or different
Yeah.
body experiences, mental health experiences, are marginalized. So I just wanted to bring that up as sort of like a short flip in terms of how we think about accommodations.
Hmm. Yeah. And I think what I would say is that I'd encourage you or even anyone to make reference to COVID accommodations that have already been made, and these accommodations essentially they took, if not like days, like a week, not even, to be put into place to make sure that employees are able to work from home comfortable and to make sure that the needs are met. That was done within a matter of days when the world's just like turned upside down. So I would use that as kind of like a way to pave way to make more accommodations available for folks with disabilities. Yeah.
Yeah. And really, like, to hammer that home, like, I've had experiences where I've proposed working from home as, like, a reasonable way for me to do my best work, and it's been just said that it would be impossible,
Mm,
um, at workplaces that are now completely online. So, like, just to illustrate the point that, yeah, it took a matter of a week for some places, businesses, universities, that sort of thing, to completely get online and have everyone work from home because of the circumstances. And so I totally agree, Gift, that like some things are very possible. It's just not in employers' mindset. So just to kind of question what we think is possible, like now and then also in the future,
yeah.
to make sure that we're not just accommodating those people that already have a lot of accommodations in the world.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then something that came to mind, and I don't know if it's everybody's cup of tea, but something that I often think about when I see job postings is job splitting an option?
Mm,
Because sometimes people might want to work 20 hours a week and then do other projects on the side, or just have, you know, that many hours of work time available to them. So job splitting is something that I don't see discussed very much in like accommodation discussions. So I thought I would bring that one in as sort of like a have you considered this moment?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
No, that sounds. Yeah, so like there you have it. This is something that we thought of just like giving it good thought and bringing to the table. Hopefully that answers your question. And of course, if you have further questions, you can always message us. And
Please
now we
do. Yeah.
actually have an email, folks.
Are we gonna
We,
launch the email?
we have the email.
Let's do it.
We have the email. And it is so easy to create, guys. Crip Talk Corner at gmail.com. That's right.
That's right.
No underscore, no number two,
Mhm.
just straight up Crip Talk Corner at gmail.com. Email us, folks.
Yeah,
And
yeah, for sure.
but bear with us with our response time.
Yeah, we're not gonna be fast.
Yeah, yeah.
So let's just lay that right there. But we
Hashtag
will read
access.
everything that we get. Yeah, exactly. Hashtag Crip Talk Corner. Yeah. Okay. I want us to introduce our Crip Talk Corner number 2. Gift, would you like to do the honors?
Drum roll, please. So our next episode, it's gonna be called Crips and Witches, getting personal with Amy and Gift.
Yeah. So it may or may not be an association that you often make between witches and Crips, but
Mm,
we're going to talk about different uh, settings
yeah.
of witchcraft related to being a Crip, and different time periods related to being a Crip, and just look at witchcraft in different ways. Gift, do you want to elaborate? Or
Yeah, like looking at like, let's say, witchcraft in my motherland and how that was linked with being a Crip, and also church and prophets. Um, and yeah, it's gonna be interesting, and like looking at how different parts of society have been trying to normalize, air quote, Crips. Um, and Amy, do you want to just talk as well, like what other aspects are we going to be covering with our episode?
definitely, yeah. So we'll
Mm,
talk a bit about like um, magic as it relates to like cures for disability.
mm,
We'll touch on family and that sort of thing too.
mm,
And then also something that I'd like to bring to the discussion is like talking about sort of new agey queer like witchiness,
mm.
which is something that I associate with, but it's really different between our two perspectives. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to learn a lot about each other's backgrounds and perspectives. And hopefully you'll join us in the discussion just like you did last time, like a true group of bosses.
Stay tuned for further details, but yeah, this is going to happen May 25th, 8 p.m. Eastern. So check it out. You should be getting an invite within your inboxes soon.
That's right. So again, May 25th at 8 p.m. Eastern on Facebook Live, and it'll be streamed on the Accessibilize Montreal Facebook page. Yes. And we're going to look into streaming it on YouTube too, so that Facebook lists free people aren't sad.
That's what's up.
Yeah. Facebook doesn't get all the fun.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Can't wait.
Take care. We look forward. We're super excited about this next episode. I'll try to look pretty.
You don't have to try.
You're too kind. You're too kind. I'll make an effort, regardless. Yes. Sure. See you soon, guys.
Okay, bye. Can't wait. See you soon.
Bye.